Jerry Punch.
You know, most racetracks, what happens here on pit road determines who wins and loses the race. Not here at Talladega. They're only going to make 3 stops here, and so these guys are going to be watching and waiting. And folks, what a great watch! The last 2 times these cars have raced here, 89 lead changes and 27 cars in a garage area with DNS. Alan, what a great watch!
We are racing in Talladega, 312 miles, 117 laps around the world's fastest speedway. How will the rule changes designed to bring back the pack and break up the tandem drafting play out on this hot, boiling day?
They can already see just this first lap. The 2 cars on the outside lane, Logano and Elliott Sadler, still touching each other, but offset quite a bit. The Stenhouse lost contact with Kevin Harvick right off the bat.
Yeah, and all you have to do is get just detached from that bumper, and it dramatically slows your speed. Elliott Sadler in the 2. Will lead lap number 1. It's Joey Logano in the 18. Second, 38 is Brad Sweet, one of more than a dozen drivers making his first ever drive at Talladega in the NASCAR Nationwide Series.
I don't know exactly what Hornish is doing there. He's all by himself in that high lane.
Hornish in the yellow 12.
Hornish might be going to the back, trying to stay out of trouble.
I think Kevin Harvick might have been in that plan also. I wondered at first if Harvick might be having some kind of issue, but I think he just got himself in a position that he wants to be. Try to wait till towards the end of it. Probably is, because there's his Penske teammate, Brad Keselowski, in the 22, headed for the back.
I didn't want to leave him hanging there, but it didn't work out. Got that far.
Kevin Harvick's radio.
I think that plan might have been a little bit in what he's talking about. He was on the bumper of Ricky Stenhouse. Elliott Sadler obviously drives. He wanted him to get that point for leading the lap and really not help Ricky Stenhouse's cause, just trying to win this championship.
Well, politics going on in this opening lap.
Austin Dillon in the 3. 7th place, Kevin Harvick, 33, is his teammate at Childress Racing, but again, they are separated by the Daytona winner, James Busher, in the 30.
Another car there, the 43 up in that front pack. Those 4. Michael Annett did a fantastic job at Daytona. Expect to see him up in the mix all day.
Those who started toward the back, working their way toward the front. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that yellow and blue number 5 car, just ahead of him, the 1 car, Kurt Busch. Kurt started in 31st place. Dale Earnhardt Jr. started 33rd.
These drivers have a lot to do here today besides just the nerve-wracking part of driving here. They really are going to have to keep an eye on that temperature gauge. And you can see the leaders. You see how Logano is offsetting his car so much on the back bumper of Elliott Sadler. Now, they're getting some help. That tandem push is really fairly effective like that, but not as effective as if they were nose to tail with nothing showing on the grill of the back car. But that's the way they can keep doing it longer, is keep it offset.
Running with us and non-tandem. They're keeping up. I mean, 1 car length. You're not leaving them at all. Make sure Joey knows that. We might not have to do this. I ought to just get in line here and ride. Simple. Take care of his temps right here. Hopefully he's looking at them.
Well, with a big run in the tandem draft, Kevin Harvick, 33, pushed James Busher in the 30 up near the lead. Then they separated in the draft.
And they couldn't get back together because that slot where Busher was trying to get in behind Harvick was closed up there by Brad Sweet.
Clear high. Got 2 coming up behind you quick. Coming inside.
It was about 4.5 laps that Joey Logano was able to push Elliott Sadler. Now they had to make the switch so they could get the 18 car cooled down and let Harvick take the lead.
Harvick, 33. Brad Sweet, 38. Michael Annett, 43.
You can see the way they were doing that, though. They really weren't getting away from anyone, and that's what Elliott Sadler was talking about there. If they weren't going to do it, there's no sense in trying to do that if it wasn't going to be a big advantage. He was having to pull out to keep from being able to do that, get too much air to the front to get away.
Here comes Kyle Busch, 54, pushing James Busher in the 30. Austin Dillon in the 3 with Joe Nemechek in the 87. Mentioned Joe as being the threat to win this race.
Now, this is the most effective way to make it work. You saw how they were nose to tail. That's really fast. They can only do that for a short time, though, with these new rules. Cars get extremely hot, and it's a really hot day today, so it's going to be hard to do that very long.
Familiar sight at Talladega, different circumstances. The 3 to the lead. Austin Dillon to the point. The car third in line, that red and white 24 car. That's John West Townley.
He was a regular here a couple of years ago in the Nationwide Series. Hasn't been around, but making the most of this run today.
That is so close.
Whoa.
Steve Jr. in that shot, he's gained 26 spots since the race started. Only 6 laps. 7 laps now come to the line.
3 wide, 4 wide.
It looks like the last lap, the way they're driving here. That's what we'll see all day long. It's just the run that you get. You want to stay in the throttle as much as you can. Make use of that time that you're getting that push or making the push for the driver in front to try to get yourself back into some fresher air.
Dale Jr. pushing James Busher. Let's see if they get all the way to the front.
I think they've got enough of a head of steam here to make it happen. They haven't been hooked up so long that the 5 car should be running hot yet. So see Junior getting him to the front. Now what will they do once he gets in there?
Suggesting he might abandon the push position in the draft and go for the lead.
Maybe not this lap. Not this lap. The last lap he would, for sure.
30 cars in the lead pack.
They got a big enough lead now, they can swap positions and still keep the lead.
Yeah, they close quickly once they make once they pull out of line.
Talked about the Wallace brothers. They teamed up in a tandem draft. That silverish car is Kenny. Right behind him in the black and yellow is Mike. Third and fourth place for the moment.
Both of these drivers excellent at this type of racing, so you had to know this was going to take place. See Mike trying to get some areas, but now they're not attached anymore. You see the pack starting to gain on them from behind.
Darting and ducking around in traffic. Kurt, remember he said it's going to take about a third of the race to catch up to brother Kyle? Well, that's Kurt in the 1.
That's 10 laps it took.
And Kyle on the 54.
Lost contact here, though. Like, Kyle got a big run through the middle.
Yeah, that's your responsibility as that front driver. You're getting that big push right then, but it feels good at the time, but next thing you know, you're going to be in trouble as somebody else that's teamed up comes flying past.
At a, I don't want to call it a normal, but at a race that's not a drafting race like Talladega or Daytona, the start is tense, and a few laps in, things maybe settle in. Is there ever a settling in for a driver in a race like this?
Never gets to the point that you can just kind of take a breath. You can see these drivers now, they've got cars all around. You have to be paying attention to everything that's going on. Even when you're in the tandem drafting, you have to, as a driver behind, you can't see a thing, so it is even more tense at that time for you.
Our broadcast today available in Spanish by activating the SAP button on your television, presented by ESPN Deportes. just underway. At Talladega Superspeedway, James Busher and Dale Earnhardt Jr. up front.